This is the original bag I bought to get up leaves. This bag is probably at least 8 years old. It had only one thing here that you could tighten up and lock down to snug it up on the tractor. The newer style that they make has one on both sides. You can see how big this opening is. This is my old bag, and I use it here in the yard because there's a lot of things that tear it. This bag was probably 2 feet longer at least when we bought it, and I've had to, every time I snag something in the yard, it would rip a hole in it. And you can see over the years I've patched torn places. That could be cut off, but I was doing these last year and it opened up right here and got torn on something. So I just tied one of my little hose ties around it. Not much comes out that little hole right there, but it allows me to work in a tighter space because the bag is not as long as it was, and I think the newer one's actually longer than these were originally. But I want to show you the one little thing that I do that saves getting a little dust on you. You can see that this bag is probably half the length of the bag that I showed on my other video, because I've cut at least 2 feet off of it or more. And they have this drawstring, which is a neat idea, and you can tighten it up. You have to make sure that it's under the bolts that hold this mechanism on, otherwise it would be down here and a lot of dust would come out of it. And you don't get much dust out of this portion because it's fairly tight across the top, and you don't get any dust out of here because it's tight all the way around this chute. And the only weak place is right here. Now, for years I took a piece of leather, and what I would do is put a piece of leather on it. You can see a little worn place there where I've been clamping it, and I would put a piece of leather up under that and fold it around here and put a little teeny pair of vice grips on it. So you can see where this has been tucked underneath the rear edge of the plastic top. And here's a big pair of vice grips. I couldn't find my tiny pair, and the jaws are up underneath the lip, so it's biting there. You could also use these smaller tight clamps. This is a little ratchet type, and you could just stick it on there and tighten it up. But the little vice grips work great. In the big box stores, they'll have these little counters where they've got things for 99 cents, $1.99. They make a pair of vice grips that's probably about that long, and it really works great. And when you're putting it up for the day, you just hook the vice grips on a piece of material, fold the bag up. It's there for you when you get ready to get out. But this will prevent the air from coming out between right here and where it goes down here, and it won't blow up on the back of you. I talked to the manufacturer about this, the guy that does this, makes them, and he wanted to see what I was doing, and I told him I was going to make a little short video so he could watch it. I'd let him know when I put it on YouTube. But that's my little suggestion. Now it's time to get up some leaves.